Alright, so welcome back, guys, or welcome to this your first time here. I'm Vision here with Blind Entertainment, bringing you guys another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the Power Rangers movie that was released in 2017. If Power Rangers is something you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That way you're missing more Power Rangers videos from me moving forward. Now, let's begin. Like I said, we got some big news regarding the Power Rangers 2017 movie. Now, unfortunately, the news was bad news. Unfortunately, Hasbro has decided to cancel any possibility of a sequel and end up rebooting it and recasting, which is kind of disappointing. I know there was mixed reactions to the Power Rangers movie. Honestly, I thought it was a good, decent Power Rangers movie. I know there were some issues with the suits and people comparing them to Iron Man. I get that. I kind of could look past that. I think my biggest issue with the PR movie from 2017 was Goldar. I think they really just trashed that whole character. If I had to complain about anything, that'd probably be my biggest complaint, and maybe the design of Alpha. I don't know, those are probably my two biggest complaints out of the movie. But overall, I thought it was a great movie, and they did some good stuff. Some great casting. I think the Ranger cast was perfect. I think each one was good. I think the only one I had a little bit of apprehension to was Rudy Lin, I think his name was, as Zach, and that might just be due to the fact that he didn't do too much in the movie. But I feel like he was the only one that kind of I felt was lacking. I feel like Becky G, even though she was a singer and was playing Kimberly, I think she did decent, or she played Trini. I think she did a decent job. The actress, I forget her name right now, who played Kimberly, did amazing. The actor who played Jason and the actor who played Billy were almost like phenomenal. Those two probably were the shining stars of this whole movie. I think they did perfect with this movie. And it's kind of disappointing to hear about this. But I think at the same time, it's not too surprising. From what I heard, they didn't do good financially with this movie due to, I think, a lot of big things came out around this time. I think Logan had just came out. I think Beauty and the Beast came out, which also heard it. I think those two big movies came out around the same time as this movie. So I think it just creamed it and it was like destroyed. I think for that reason why this is the outcome we got. And I think that's one of the biggest things that are hurting the movie industry right now, because you got especially in the summer, you got so many big movies packed in so many weeks, and you just can't go see everything you want. And that's what happened to me. Unfortunately, I did not get to see this movie when it came out in the theaters, which I'm still upset that I didn't get to. I was just busy at the time, and it fell to the radar. I'm so disappointed in it. But we're getting rebooted and recasted by Hasbro. And if I'm being honest, I kind of have faith in them. I think I have faith that they can make good on this franchise, and I think they'll do the right thing. And one of the things I'm really hoping for, and I don't know if you are, but if you are a PR fan, I'm hoping we can get like a Power Rangers cinematic universe or extended universe like they do with the DCEU or MCU. I'm more hoping for MCU. Honestly, I am more a fan of the MCU than the DCEU. But I'm hoping one day we can get a Power Rangers universe. Now, if I was to pitch an idea to Hasbro as to the movies right now, I would say we got the origin story with the Lionsgate movie. So I think we set up we had the first movie in these Hasbro movies. You introduce the 5 main Rangers. Rita comes down to fight them, maybe brings Goldar with you. You cast an actual Goldar instead of making him some weird somewhat thing made of gold that was stupid. Have them defeated by the Rangers at first hand. Have the Rangers pre-established at that point. Like, do like what some of the TV shows do and give like a little like voiceover of how this happened. I feel like fans know the story. We don't need to see like the origin story all the time. We got that with the Lionsgate movie, so do that. They beat Goldar and Rita, so they decide to make their own Ranger. And so we get Tommy in the first movie, and you get the Green with Evil story arc in the first movie. You got them fighting Tommy and freeing him. That's the big arc that you got in the first movie. And you got Goldar and him having that rivalry in the first movie. I think that worked perfectly. At the end of the movie, you free Tommy, and then you do a sequel. Now, for me, the sequel, I would say it begins like maybe a couple months after the fact. You got Zed, who returns, banishes Rita, and Goldar pledges his loyalty to her. At that same time, you got a storyline with Tommy. His powers are draining, so he ends up losing his powers, so they're man down. And you got Zed, who comes to Earth with Goldar to attack, and our Rangers are just creamed. They're just demolished within minutes. So you got that going on, and then maybe you can throw in the story arc of the power transfer towards the end of the movie, or have that introduced in the middle of the movie. That's what I would do. Have the power transfer introduced in the middle of the movie, and have introduced like Adam, Trini, Aisha, and Rocky in the beginning of the movie. Have them be supporting characters in the beginning of the movie, and then towards the end of the movie, you have the introduction of Tommy's White Ranger powers to help defeat Zed. And at that time, you have the Rangers decide, Jason, Trini, and Zach decide that they're going off to the peace conference, or whatever the movie wants to do with them. Have them go off and bring in the new Rangers to come together to take down Zed once and for all. And they end up defeating him, and that's the end of the first movie. I think that would work perfectly. You could do that for the second movie. Then for the third movie, I think you would have I think you can do a time skip, maybe do a year time skip with the Rangers, and I think at this point you could have like a little like throwaway line or something where it's mentioned that Rita and Zed got married, and in this movie you got Rito, who shows up and who comes and attacks the Rangers. You got the destruction of the Thunder Zords, which they would have gotten to help combat Zed in the second movie, and he destroys the Thunder Zords. You get the Ninja Zords there. You got the quest for Ninja in this movie, and you got them getting their ninja powers and ninja Zords to help combat Rito, Zed, and Rito, and maybe Master Vile if they want to throw him in. I could care less about him. But you got them getting those powers and finally destroying those, or taking down those three. And at the end of the movie, they run away scared. But what I would have set up is at the end of that movie, they have to use all their power that they have to take down all these three villains. And so their Ranger powers are depleted and they're gone, setting up for the Zeo movie that would come next if the trilogy is good. If you want to go into further ideas for like the Zeo or Turbo and In Space, or maybe even like an Alien spinoff, let me know let me know if you want to see that. I could go into that. But overall, I think that's what Hasbro should do. That's just my opinion. I know zero about this stuff. I kind of been studying up on screenwriting, but don't know much about it yet still. But I think that'd be an awesome thing to do. Do the Green of Evil story arc in the first movie, Zed in the second movie, and then Rito in the third. I think that'd work perfectly, and you can line up some great stuff there. I think it would be great to do there, and I think that if they get the casting right, they could do great wonders. I am kind of sad we're getting a new cast, because like I said, I think all the cast for the 2017 movie, with the exception of Woody Wynn, were good. The only thing I have against Woody Wynn again is he didn't do much, so I can't really judge him too much on his character. The Megazord was a big fan. I hope they get that right this time. The Megazord and Goldar were just trash. I think those were the biggest mistakes that the movie did. I'm a huge collector, and I just said forget it with the Megazord toy, because I'm like, that just looked like some kind of weird like Transformer Optimus Prime shit that I was like, what did they do there? That's legit my reaction to that. I just thought they screwed up big time there. I think if they get this right, Hasbro could have an incredible movie trilogy or cinematic universe on their hands that could rival MCU. Honestly, I really want that. I want a Power Rangers cinematic universe, and one day maybe even get the Shattered Grid storyline on the big screen. Now imagine that. I think that would be incredible if we could get Shattered Grid on the big screen. I think that would probably, I don't think it'd be Endgame, but it probably could be a close topper to being like one of the most epic movies of all time. But that's just my opinion. I'm a huge PR fan. I just really want to see a good movie. The early 90s ones were kind of cheesy and not my thing. This 2017 was a decent, good PR movie that should have gotten a sequel. Disappointed it didn't, but I could see why Hasbro would want to. And you know what? I'm okay with it. If they do it right and they give us a Power Rangers cinematic universe, I'll be happy. But leave your thoughts and opinions regarding this news in the comment section down below. Yeah, guys, those are my quick thoughts and opinions regarding the Power Rangers 2017 movie being cancelled and rebooted and recasted. As always, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and share. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and hit that bell icon. That would miss more Power Rangers content from me moving forward. And you can go follow me on Twitter and Instagram, which I'll have linked in the About Me page on this YouTube channel. So go check that out and follow me if you want. This has been Vision here with Blind Entertainment, and I'll see you next time.